Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for this Monday: an arrest of an officer-involved shooting. We've got the details on that, plus an update in the case against Sheangshang. And Laurel County officials are searching for a missing teen. We're going to take a look at the weather with Sam, and we've got your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up today, live at 5. But first, on your WBON TV, big story of the day: Kentucky State Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting that occurred in Powell County Saturday afternoon. The incident began when Irvin police attempted to stop a vehicle driven by 44-year-old Summer Arvin. Arvin failed to comply with traffic stop and led officers on a pursuit that crossed into Powell County. The pursuit ended when Arvin lost control of the vehicle and slid into a snowbank. When officers approached the vehicle, Arvin allegedly brandished a handgun. Officers gave the individual several loud verbal commands to drop the weapon, and the suspect did not comply. That is, this KSP has released in a statement. At some point, the officer fired an agency-issued service weapon, striking the suspect in the shoulder. Arvin then exited the vehicle and fled into a nearby wooded area while still armed. Following negotiations, Arvin surrendered without further incident and was transported to a local hospital for treatment. Arvin has been charged with operating on a suspended driver's license and first-degree wanton endangerment, fleeing or evading police in a motor vehicle. Well, since it began, Redeeming Hope has made it their mission to educate the public about human trafficking and to help young women who have been exploited. Their long-awaited home for girls is almost complete, and the nonprofit is hosting several local fundraising events. With more on the story, here's WBON TV's Gage Hill.
Redeeming Hope has a mission of providing a group home for teenage girls who have been subject to human trafficking or sexual exploitation. Located in Berea and serving all 120 counties of Kentucky, they seek to provide a safe space for affected young women where they can be provided with love, healing, and education. From 2019 to 2023, the National Human Trafficking Hotline reported a total of 1,920 signals received by the hotline from the state of Kentucky. Since its inception in 2007, the Human Trafficking Hotline has identified nearly 2,500 victims of human trafficking in Kentucky. President Lisa Foster started Redeeming Hope following the death of her daughter and one-time prosecuting attorney against human traffickers, Jordan Morgan, in 2022. Foster says her organization hopes to finally have their 6,000-square-foot home for girls completed in March of this year.
It's a therapeutic foster home for girls ages 14 to 18 that's been human trafficked or sexually exploited, and they'll come through the foster care system.
According to the United States Bureau of Justice Statistics, there were 1,070 defendants charged with any of the 3 types of human trafficking offenses in the U.S. District Court in fiscal year 2022. Of those defendants, 91% were male and 58% were white. However, Foster says that human traffickers may not necessarily fit the description you have in your mind.
There was a 22-year-old girl. She was the bad guy. She was on the chat with a trafficker, and she had to buy an 11-year-old virgin that was knocked out on medication waiting for her in the hotel room. So when she got to the hotel, thank God the trafficker was actually an undercover cop. So when she paid him the $200, he arrested her, but they sat there and interviewed her. So on this interview, she sat there and described what she was going to do to that little girl. Now, she was a 22-year-old girl, somebody like you would get to come babysit your kids. She was the bad guy.
Redeeming Hope has been holding fundraisers for months in preparation of the opening of their home. This month, they have fundraisers planned at Richmond area restaurants like Culver's and Raising Cane's. The nonprofit's biggest fundraisers, however, will be happening on January 18th and February 8th in Lexington and Berea, respectively.
But it's going to be a really nice dinner, and of course the music, but then we'll have law enforcement there that'll be speaking about local issues with human trafficking. And then we have the other one, our annual at Boone Tavern. That's in February though, February the 8th. Pretty much the same thing. Detective Gadsden from here at the Sheriff's Department, he's going to be speaking at Boone Tavern for us. And then we'll have victim survivors there also.
For additional information on Redeeming Hope and their goals, you can visit redeeminghopeky.org. For more details on their upcoming events, you can visit their Facebook page. Reporting for WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage. Good story there. Well, in a story we've been following here, WBON TV Live at 5, Stephen Sheangshang, the man accused of killing Scott County Deputy Caleb Conley in 2023, has been moved from the Bourbon County Detention Center to the Fayette County Jail due to security concerns. Documents obtained by our media partner, LEX18, reveal troubling incidents leading up to the transfer. On December the 19th, Bourbon County Jail staff found a handcuff key hidden in the mat inside Stephen Sheangshang's cell. Sheangshang denied ownership, claiming he found the mat in the hallway. The next day, a nurse reported overhearing Sheangshang discussing plans to escape by overpowering a female deputy before his sentencing. These incidents follow a history of problems, including a June charge for promoting contraband when a massive hole was discovered in his cell's bathroom wall, along with items that could serve as weapons. Earlier, he allegedly attacked another inmate with a broom handle. Sheangshang has already been sentenced to 20 years for a Kenton County burglary and awaits trial for Deputy Conley's murder. Additional charges include robbery, wanton endangerment, assault, and vehicle theft during his alleged crime spree. Well, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in locating a 16-year-old Rodney Brock Jr., who was reported last seen on Wilkerson Lane. Brock is described as 5 foot 11 inches tall and weighs 160 pounds. You can see a picture up now. He has brown hair and was last seen wearing a green t-shirt and a yellow logo on the front with black pajama pants with mushrooms. Anyone with information on Rodney Brock's whereabouts is asked to contact the Sheriff's Office. That phone number, 606-864-6600. You can also contact the 911 Dispatch Center, 606-878-7000. Lexington police are searching for an armed robbery suspect. Officials say the robbery happened around 8:15 Sunday at the Dollar Tree on Versailles Road. Reportedly, a male suspect came into the store with a handgun, took an unspecified amount of money. Witnesses say he then fled the scene. No one was injured during the crime. K-9 officers are reportedly attempting to track the suspect down, but have yet to locate him. An investigation is ongoing. And of course, we'll bring you updates to this story as they develop. That we're going to take a quick break. A cold weekend out there in the Bluegrass. Looks like we got another cold snap headed our way. Sam in the Weather Center following this break.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
It's time to winterize your home, and Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is here to make sure that your home is ready for when the snow and everything that comes with this time of year finally makes it our way. Call today and schedule a free inspection and consultation with an honest source that is willing to make sure you get what you need. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook or visit KentuckyRoofWorks.com for more information.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Cold weather out there, more colder weather headed our way. We've got Sam in the Weather Center with all the details.
Hi, thanks, Gwendolyn. Welcome, everybody. Bundle up out there. It's going to be very cold. Going into the overnight tonight, temperatures dropping down close to single digits in a lot of areas, if not the single digits, and we'll have a brutally cold wind chill to go along with that. So cold through the middle part of the week, all the way through Wednesday, and then it starts to warm up a little bit. We'll get a small bump or a brief bump in temperatures Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and with that, some rain showers. Yeah, going from bitter cold to rain, and then an even more drastic Arctic blast will push through next week. We're talking as early as Monday. So it's going to turn brutally cold for the entire week next week, and that includes pretty much everyone in the lower 48. Checking out these forecast lows again, a lot of areas will see some single digits. Otherwise, Richmond around 11, Berea around 12, Lancaster around 11, and Danville at 11. Irvin also around 12 degrees, and daytime highs mid to upper 20s. We do have some light snow showers that are going to grace us. It doesn't look like we'll pick up a lot, but with these brutally cold temperatures, it doesn't take much to sort of slicken up the roadways. So be aware of that some slick spots out there for the next couple days. Again, our wind chill value around 0 here Tuesday, 6 Wednesday, so stays cold all the way through Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon, we'll kind of start to bump those temperatures up. There's this cold front here that's pushing through, and this little wave along that. So here we are Tuesday at 7 a.m. It's this wave that's going to push some of that snow right on through our area. We're not looking at much. Arriving just after the noon hour. And as that moves through, again, real spotty, light snow showers, if not just some flurries. A couple tenths of an inch at most in some spots. Difficult to pinpoint exactly where that is, but enough to maybe slicken up the roadways. We're back under clear skies and sunshine. 23 for a high Wednesday. Some showers Friday night, Saturday.
Very chilly temperatures out there. Thanks, Sam. You can find that forecast up anytime at WBONTV.com. You can also find it up on our Facebook page. Well, a Frankfort woman was arrested and charged with DUI after crashing her vehicle into a ditch while her 8-year-old child was a passenger. According to police reports, officers responded to a call about a vehicle that had veered off the road and into a ditch in front of a residence. Upon arrival, they discovered the driver, identified as Rebecca Dawson, inside the vehicle. Field sobriety tests indicated that Dawson was under the influence of alcohol. She also admitted to consuming 3 double shots of vodka prior to the incident. Dawson was arrested and charged with operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, endangering the welfare of a minor, and possession of an alcoholic beverage container in a motor vehicle. She's currently lodged in the Franklin County Detention Center. Well, Laurel County Sheriff's Office would like to warn residents about a phone scam that has resurfaced in the area. Officials say that the scammer impersonates an officer and calls citizens advising them to pay bond money to take care of a legal issue, such an outstanding warrant or missed jury duty. Authorities would remind you that you should not give out personal information or data over the phone to anyone saying that they are with a police officer. Police will never contact citizens over the phone, and they ask for money to resolve legal issues. If you've ever received this kind of call, please contact your police in your area to give them an incident report. It was a busy week for lawmakers during their first week of the 2025 legislative session, but only one bill saw movement in the first week. With a look back at what took place and what lies ahead in the horizon for Frankfort, here's Keith West.
Kentucky lawmakers spent the first week of the 2025 legislative session electing leaders, adopting rules for the chambers, and advancing a high-priority bill on tax reform close to the finish line. Friday marked day 4 of this year's short 30-day session, and winter weather hasn't hampered the action in Frankfort, where legislators have filed more than 200 bills since the chambers gavelled into session on Tuesday. Proposals touch everything from education and crime to more specific topics like water fluoridation, and they offer a glimpse into the issues lawmakers might look to tackle in the coming months. Majority lawmakers in both chambers have signaled for weeks that tax reform would receive focus early in the session, and the tax bill, House Bill 1, was the only measure to begin moving this week. The legislation is part of a multi-year effort to gradually reduce and eliminate Kentucky's income tax, so long as the state continues to meet certain revenue thresholds. House Bill 1 would cut the state income tax rate from 4% to 3.5% starting in 2026. It cleared the House Appropriations and Revenue Committee on Wednesday and advanced off the House floor on Thursday. The Senate received the bill late Thursday, and the Senate Appropriations Committee took up the measure Friday morning, voting unanimously to send House Bill 1 to the chamber floor for consideration during Part 2 of the session. Amid the tax discussion, the House and Senate are also welcoming a new class of legislators this year. 22 new members were sworn into the General Assembly on Tuesday, including 16 in the House and 6 in the Senate. Under the rules set forth in the state constitution, the Kentucky General Assembly convenes short sessions during odd-numbered years. The calendar calls for 4 session days in January. Then, chambers gavel out until Part 2 begins in February. This year, lawmakers are scheduled to reconvene on February 4th and gavel out sine die on March 28th. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith, for that report. We'll keep you up as that legislative session reconvenes next month. Got lots more news, and we've got sports coming up next with Michael Watkins after this break.
The EKU men's and women's basketball teams are both looking to stake their claim as the top team in the Atlantic Sun Conference, and WBON TV is excited to bring you live, free over-the-air coverage of Colonels basketball. Select games are set to air free over-the-air on WBON TV. For a complete list of those games, or to learn more about how you can watch, visit the WBON TV Facebook page or WBONTV.com. Sponsored by Chenault Vineyards, the Kentucky Public Service Commission, the City of Richmond, and Davis and Hammond PSC.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hickson Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The EKU men's and women's basketball teams both were in action over the weekend at the newly renovated Alumni Coliseum. One team ended the evening happy while the other dropped another conference game. With a look back at the weekend for EKU Hoops, here's Michael with today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
Another new edition of the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report as we start this Monday, and it's usually ladies first. But the EKU women's basketball team had to wait for their turn to play their first game in the newly renovated Alumni Coliseum and Baptist Health Arena. After the men got a victory in the game on Thursday, the EKU women took the floor on Saturday and did the same. Behind a 20-point, 12-rebound double-double by freshman guard Liz Freihofer, the Eastern Kentucky University women's basketball team dominated North Alabama with a 94-58 victory. Freihofer was 8 of 14 from the field and 4 of 9 from the three-point line, and the 20-point, 12-rebounds performance was the first double-double of her career. 4 other Colonels made their way into double figures as well, including Jasmine McGinnis-Taylor, who reached that mark for the 7th straight game. Alice Recanati stuffed the stats sheet with 8 points, 6 rebounds, and a season-high 11 assists, giving the senior now 619 total assists since 2020. EKU made 38 of 68 field goals, marking its second highest field goal percentage of the season. The team also set season-high values with 29 assists and 13 made three-pointers in the win, and the 94 points on Saturday was the program's third largest point total over an ASUN conference opponent since joining the league in 2021. EKU continues its 3-game homestand on January 16th against longtime rival Austin Peay back inside Baptist Health Arena. That game is scheduled to tip off at 7 p.m. and you can get your tickets right now at EKUsports.com. The EKU men capped off the doubleheader Saturday by hosting Jacksonville in their 4th conference game of the season. A late three-pointer by the Dolphins broke a 72-72 tie with 1:24 left in the game, and Eastern never recovered, losing 82-75. George Kimball III once again dazzled fans as he went for a game-high 30 points while also adding 6 boards, 6 steals, and 4 assists. Montavious Merritt grabbed 12 rebounds to go along with his 12 points, giving him his 2nd straight double-double. But the team rebounding edge went to JU at 41-34, an issue for Coach A.W. Hamilton's team all season. EKU shot 36% from the field and allowed Jacksonville to shoot 47%, including 46% from the three-point line. And following that loss, the Colonels will hit the road to face Austin Peay on Thursday in Clarksville, Tennessee, renewing the rivalry with an old OVC foe. Tonight, you can catch both of the head coaches, Coach Todd from the women's team and Coach Hamilton from the men's team, on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. So be sure to tune in and find out how both coaches feel about the return back to their own floor. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 news team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Hall & Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Hall & Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Hall & Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay. When Hall & Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond, call 859-626-7695 for Hall & Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AAMC. Welcome back to Live at 5. Lex Park is facing backlash for ticketing some Lexington residents during the winter storm earlier last week. The residents reportedly feel targeted for staying home during the potentially hazardous weather and want answers. Laura Boyson, Lexington Park executive, stated, "We are responsible in Fayette County for all non-moving violations. We have to have a balance between understanding that this was an extraordinary snow event and assuring that we don't create a safety issue." She went on to say that car park on any street for longer than 24 hours is considered a safety hazard. Residents have until the 25th hour to move a marked car. One resident alleges that on Thursday she received a tow warning at 10:48 and was issued a ticket at 10:51. She explained, "We wait until Thursday to start because there was a break in the weather and the snow started Sunday, so we felt it was a period of time that was appropriate." Further, she says she's parked for over 24 hours in front of her house several times, but with no apparent issue. According to Boyson, this route and downtown is regularly swept, even places without no parking signs. "If we know we're going to have this type of snow, I would recommend finding alternate places other than parking on the street," Boyson said. "You could park in one of the other parking facilities." She says that if you are unable to move your car due to snow, the best way to ensure not getting a ticket is to contact Lex Park and inform them of the situation. Reportedly, Lex Park has voided all citations that were made Thursday. Also, any meter or street violations this weekend were also not ticketed due to the weather. Thanks so much for joining us here live at 5 today. We'll be back tomorrow. And tonight we have the sports show. You have Michael and Samantha right here at 6 o'clock for the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Tune in for that. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow live at 5.